Alright, let's check out Luna. So I'm sensing some big volatility coming in for Luna in the next few days or so. I really only see two things playing out, and I will run through both of them. So first of all, I've removed my fib. You can see we are currently hovering around the previous all-time high to low Fibonacci. And if we draw our new fib based on the new impulse, you can see, I mean, we're only crashing into the 0.5. So I really did want to highlight that Luna is still extremely bullish, and, you know, technically speaking, we could still come back down to $72 and still be very, very bullish. But I really think this is the last region that we do need to hold, because, you know, like I said, technically speaking, we could come down to the 618 here, but so far it's been pretty clear cut. You know, when we've been in this ascending channel, we have these big moves to the upside, crash into the top, and then quite quickly we come all the way back down to the bottom before coming back to the top of the channel again. So I do think it is likely that we could potentially be coming round to approximately $63 before inevitably coming around later on in the year, in the next couple of months, and putting in a new all-time high above the previous all-time high. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to play out just like that. Now, like I said, you've got your 618 here, and I really would like to see, you know, approximately $81 to $80 hold on this 618 Fibonacci. But I think what's going to be happening in the short term is really going to be all down to what happens with Bitcoin. So I said scenario one, you know, we come down potentially, and this is if we have, you know, a couple of daily closes below $80 and we start pushing down. If we take out this previous low that we've got approximately at $79, then I like I said, I could see this coming down to 63, and in my opinion that would be a really nice place to buy some Luna. So, you know, after I'm done recording this video, I am going to put in some buy orders over on Bybit for Luna. Obviously not financial advice, I'm just telling you what I'm doing, but let me show you what's going on in Bitcoin. Because by the end of today, in my opinion, I think Bitcoin is going to make a big move, and I believe this is going to correlate to whether Luna is going to be able to bottom at this 786 level at $81, and, you know, whether it will allow it to have a further rally back up to the upside in the short term, or whether Luna will be heading to the downside to my target of $63. Now, let's run into it. So if we come over to the 4-hour on Bitcoin, you can currently see we've got a pretty perfect asymmetrical triangle playing out right now, and I also like how this asymmetrical triangle is putting in higher lows, and we are potentially setting up for a W breakout out of the top of this asymmetrical triangle. Now, I really wouldn't be longing Bitcoin right now and hoping that it does break out. In my opinion, I do think this asymmetrical triangle will break out to the upside, but do bear in mind the way asymmetrical triangles work is they break in one direction, and they normally break in the direction of the trend that's already playing out. So we are in a downwards trend, so technically speaking, the breakdown to the downside is more likely. But in my opinion, I think we've got strong support where we are. I think we've bottomed very nicely, and if we come over to the daily, Bitcoin is around the 0.5 Fibonacci. So I do find it somewhat hard to believe that Bitcoin could be setting up for a breakdown. Nonetheless, you know, worst case scenario, this could be a fake out, and then that would be your last price target. So if we take this, like I said, in my opinion, I do think the breakout to the upside is more likely for this, and you could see this would carry Bitcoin to 42,500, and that would provide about a 5% pump for Bitcoin. Now, where would that put Luna? Well, I think if Luna is able to come back above these EMA ribbons, bear in mind we still have a long on these EMA ribbons, and where was the last time we fired a long? We were all the way down here at the start of this uptrend. And once again, pointing out, you know, you can see that we did fall very, very harshly through these EMA ribbons on the daily the second time. Actually, if we look at this, I mean, you can see the short-term moving average at the top actually started to take out some of the moving averages below it. If I mark it slightly thicker so we can see. But yeah, it started crossing over some of the other short-term moving averages. Nonetheless, what is going on now? Because you can see, you know, we're really seeing something similar. So this is why I think, you know, it's kind of a do or die at this point. And when I say that, you know, do bear in mind Luna really doesn't know what a bear market is, because, you know, as you can see, we just keep on going up in a straight line, and, you know, sometimes we get too euphoric and come back, but every time we come down we make a higher low. So that is something to be aware of. I really don't see us necessarily going below 63, but that is really your best case scenario if you were looking to DCA in again. If we look at the squeeze momentum indicator on Luna on the daily, you can see the bears are very much in control, but in my opinion, we are very oversold right now. So, you know, the momentum indicators, they're really telling me, you know, the squeeze mom and the EMA ribbons, they're really saying it is possible that this is going to be the bottom round here. So I personally wouldn't want to see Luna break below $79. If Luna does have a tumble and starts breaking below 79, then as you could imagine, I think Bitcoin would be coming to the downside of this this asymmetrical triangle here. And if we took the price target of this asymmetrical triangle, you could see this would carry Bitcoin down to 38,000. Yeah, that could be quite scary for a lot of retail traders. You know, for us Bitcoiners, hardened veterans, that is just another day in the sandbox. But nonetheless, I see a big impulse either way coming for Luna, so really keep your eyes on $80. In my opinion, if we start falling below, or 79, but keep your eyes between 80 and 79, because if we start falling below 79, you know, from a technical perspective, 72 is on the table, but these EMA ribbons would probably be firing bearish, at which point, which in my opinion would give us enough momentum to come back down to $63. So I have my eyes on 63. After this video is set, I am going to be placing buy orders at 63. And on the off chance that Bitcoin does decide to break to the upside, if you start seeing Luna reverse from this $81 after we see this breakout on Bitcoin, then it could potentially be the bottom already for Luna. So I will be keeping my eyes open for both scenarios. I'll probably update you with how this played out tomorrow. But yeah, nonetheless, a strong breakdown below 79. I would be expecting 63 to be on the table. And if you are looking for this breakup, I really think we need to keep our eyes on Bitcoin, because if this asymmetrical triangle plays out and we do have a move to the upside, you know, Luna could be getting ready for another big impulse back to the upside. And from where we are now, if we proceeded to run back in to the top of this resistance up here in this channel that we're in, I'll keep it green, you can see us growing approximately another 50%. And do bear in mind, that is slightly wishful in my opinion. I mean, the market cap is approximately 30 billion. It is rank number 9. So while it is possible for these high market cap coins to just rally out of nowhere, like we were covering Solana a couple of weeks ago, and we got in down here on the triple bottom, and literally within 2 weeks, I mean, we went up 84%, and obviously Solana's a higher market cap than Luna, and everyone's talking about Luna right now. So I would see it possible for us to come up here, but in my opinion, you know, the trend is your friend until the end, and it is pointing that we could potentially be coming down to 63. So keep your eyes on the Bitcoin chart. Either way, you know, I feel like this analysis will be thrown out the window when Bitcoin makes a decision. If Bitcoin breaks strongly to the upside of this, then, you know, I imagine Luna's going to go on a rally. And if Bitcoin breaks to the downside, then, you know, I imagine Luna will come back down to 63, in which I'll be placing buy orders. So that's all I see for Luna. We are in a huge macro uptrend. Like I said, Luna holders do just not know what it's like to experience a bear market, because as far as I can see, you know, it is pretty much just upwards accumulation, you know, 90% of the time in Luna. Which is okay. Obviously, congratulations to Luna holders. I mean, this is a good long-term hold in my opinion. That is really all I've got for Luna. Once again, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion. And yeah, cowboy out. Peace.